Friday! We made it! The streets are running red with blood, the world is crazy, but hey, we survived it, we're here Friday night, ready to have some fun. So, let's get rolling, shall we? See what we got in the audience tonight. Right off the bat, we got Wild Angel. Hello, Wild Angel. Rosalind, my dear, how you doing? Good to see you. And, Cyril Kier, see you have even gotten a little high and gotten the munchies, so you went to get a snack and you grabbed edibles just Wow, this is gonna be an interesting night. Okay, gonna get crazy, I can tell. It was definitely a week. Yes, it was a week. I feel you there, dear. You're in the middle airbrushing a bunch of tokens for Settlers of Catan. Oh, sounds like a game, which goes hand in hand with what we're talking tonight. So we're going to get into that. And Wild Angel says, I'm working on Henry. Wow, you guys are all kinds of going crazy on me here. So are you ready to party? And yes! Okay, so we got a few rules when you show up at my place. So mi casa is su casa. But first of all, and kick your shoes off, stay a while. You got nowhere to go, don't worry, we'll make sure you got a ride home if you have too much to drink. And as you know, the bar is always open, so fix yourself a drink. Better yet, make it 2. Or if you get really scary, make it 3. Why not? What the hell? Bar is free, so help yourself. As always, we got munchies, snacks, foods, vapes, smokes, whatever you got. Kick back, relax, let's have some fun. So, it has definitely been wild, and even last night on Rags to Riches, we started winning the charts and things are red and people are panicking, and these are opportunities, people. This is the things that we wanted a month ago. We're like, oh man, I wish it would dip back down so I could get a little more crypto, I could do this, I could do that. Man, now is the time. Jump out and do something about it. In fact, we're going to have a little bit of game later on today where we're going to, shall we say, gamble in the crypto space, totally for fun. Up to you guys if you want to partake, have some fun with it. If not, that's cool too. But I want to put a little piece of education in tonight on meme coins. And it's really going to be fun because we're going to make a meme coin right here. That's right. I've done some prep work, but I want to show you guys just how easy it is. And we're going to launch one right here. We're going to keep it out. We'll see what it does. And hey, if it goes through the roof, awesome. If it doesn't, fine. Either way, we're going to have a blast. So, Funny, my man, how you doing, brother? Good to see ya. Have you checked out PvP money? I have not. I caught part of the AMA today. I have not dug into it yet, but it's something I definitely want to look into. It says, hi, Funny. Cyril says, I've been taking PvP money. Money is money. I keep winning the games. That's a great way to look at it. And, that's the topic tonight is games and gaining. What was it called? Gaining and games? Because really life is nothing but a big game in my philosophy. And it's like a giant game of Monopoly or Life or whatever. And so, I try not to take it too seriously. And I think we get wrapped up in that. So, let's talk about some games. Let's talk about some games. Let's have some fun and see what happens. But of course, I cannot do this all by myself. So I always bring the gang along for the games to get the gains. So yeah, we got to do it together. Say that 3 times fast. And I would not be a party without some wild women. So of course we've got Miss Wild Angel. How you doing, love?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Going good.
Serenity,
going good.
You are already into the tongue twisters tonight.
I am. It's gonna be a night. Can you tell?
How much sugar have you had today?
1, 2, 3. I won't count the Oreos, the sugar cookies, or anything else. Yeah, we don't ask.
Oh, yeah. That explains it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get wild.
On a sugar high.
No, I'm just on a life high. We're having fun.
Cool.
But Charles is like, oh, God, too much sugar. Now it's, there's those days in life when you realize it doesn't really matter because nobody gets out alive. So have as much fun as you can. What the hell? And if people don't like it, well, not my problem. But the great thing is that some people that do like it, that like that positivity, they're going to partner with you. They're going to come in. They're going to have some fun. And that's what we got here tonight is we got the gang ready to have some fun.
We played fish volleyball at work today. Okay, the fish I've been crocheting, the little fish.
Okay, I'm seeing Nemo like you scoop him out of a fish tank and catch. Quick, dip him in the water twice, throw him again.
So my counterpart that sits next to me, we were throwing his fish because he got the very first fish as a hey, great job kind of thing. And so we were throwing it back and forth over the cubicle wall. It was one of those days.
Perfect. It's the way to do it. And yes, Funny Toro, Bitcoin has officially halved. For any of those who don't know, basically the supply of Bitcoin for mining them is now cut in half from what it was over the last 4 years, essentially. This is what a lot of people see as the start of the next bull run. This is kind of that mile marker that really starts getting the ball rolling. So things are going to get crazy. Like Sarah says, time to dump it. Yeah. Sell all the bags to Rich's portfolio. There you go. I like it. So, it's not a party with just two. That's a date. So we got to make it a party. So, of course, we got the party animal himself who already started early as well. Mr. Cyril here.
It's Catan.
Right.
Catan. My bad.
Sorry. That's just the very first thing I had to make sure I said.
Perfect. Catan. Okay, I have no idea anything about Catan. Not a game I play, but it's probably pretty cool. We'll have to dive into that.
Okay.
Yeah, Settlers is fun.
Yes.
I played.
I have a 90 tile board that I 3D printed.
Ooh.
Nice.
I am so jelly.
You should be. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
I had so much fun. We introduced some twists of rules for it. And Serenity, you've never played it, so I'm not talking to you at the moment. I'm talking to the cool person. All right. So when you place your first settlement, because the map is so much larger, right? Your first settlement is actually a castle. You can't build castles later. Castles function the same as cities. So your first settlement produces 2. And instead of, how typically there's a 1-space border around, right? This is a 2-space. It protects 2 spaces.
Ooh.
So you can essentially claim a region where you could build a ring of settlements if you wanted to, strategically, of
that's
course,
cool.
with the first unit. So it's kind of like claiming your nation state, right? And I merged it with the Seafarers expansion, so you can sail. We've got sailboat units, and you build the sailboat route to get to the new islands, because the map is so big. There's a mainland, a large island, and a small island. And I also added the pirates and treasures mechanic. So there's gold mine tiles, which anytime their number is rolled, instead of a specific resource, you pick one of any resource. So imagine having 3 cities on a gold tile, right? Like how much you're pumping out anytime that number gets rolled of anything. So it's a lot of fun. But I'll show
We'll have to geek out on that later.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like something that we can definitely get behind. And I know somebody who can definitely get behind a game like that. Anything with dice, there's always going to be Mr. Bird God. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. I knew Cyril was going to jump in and say how to pronounce it.
I know, I almost did too, so I just figured not my thing. So
Thank you for saving it for me. I appreciate
it. Yeah, Cyril takes great pleasure in just smacking me upside the bald head once in a while. Hey, we have fun that way.
He was already having a tongue twister night, so I'm gonna make it worse.
It is gonna make it worse. But Crow, how you doing, buddy?
The week is over. Thank God.
Yes, the weekend has begun. Have yourself a drink.
Oh, I already did.
Oh.
I already did. Okay.
Yeah,
it's. Oh yeah.
He's using it.
Of course he's using it. Let me put you on the jumbotron here. There you go. Okay, spin a little bit. See, in a world of bookworms, be a book dragon. Yes.
I'm Year of the Dragon.
I am Year of the Rat. Don't ask me how that worked.
We're all
You're a snake?
My wife is Year of the Sheep, and for the longest time, she had me convinced that the song went dirty deeds done with sheep.
There's actually a parody done with that sung that way.
Oh, well, that probably explains it then.
Right. Yeah. I don't remember who does it, but there is a parody of that song, Dirty Deeds Done with Sheep. And it goes on and on. It's bad. I love it. It's great.
It was probably Weird Al Yankovic or somebody like that.
It might be, yeah. It's hard to say.
Have to look that up. Crow, that's your assignment. Find that.
There you go.
He's like, damn it, I just got here and you're giving me homework already?
Right?
So you work here? So, And Funny Turo says, sell all the rags to riches portfolio. Yep, we're hit the halving, sell everything. Screw it, we're done. Game over.
Actually, there's two ways to determine when to take profit on a post-halving run, right? One of those is price, right? Which people are throwing out ranges all over the place. There's a second way that you can do it, right? Time. 40 weeks after the halving is typically a good time to sell half of what you have or start DCAing out with a plan to be fully DCA'd out by week 80. Doing that and DCAing out through that period will typically catch the largest portion of the highs for crypto during the bull run post halving. There's a little secret tip that we don't usually tell people.
Because then everybody will dump and it'll crash.
Yeah, Serenity, you're muted.
I just saw it pop it. Mike muted. It's like, "Grr!" And and you never know when we're going to give tips or what's going to happen. And so it's interesting. So guys, you heard it here first. Start your timer today. 40 weeks from now, start DCAing out. Don't just sell it all at once. We know that's bad strategy, but start your DCA. Sarah's putting a note in there to remind us. 40 weeks from today. It's official.
40 weeks from today is Friday, January 24th, 2025. In case you want to go put it in your calendar. That's when you start DCAing out. And I would like to point out to everyone who has known me for years, what was I calling for the longest time as being the peak essential beginning of the bull run, etc., being Q1 2025. I know you've heard me say it for years now. Like, even through the bear, I've said that that's when the peak would be. And that's how I calculate stuff like that and do those long-term big swing trade moves that make me money, right? And I'm sharing that shit with you guys.
Perfect. And
too stoned.
Wow, I put that in the wrong spot. Okay.
I found the video.
Okay. So real quick here. Present, share screen. You found the video? Okay. So it does exist.
It does exist.
Is it a video we want to share if it's Dirty Deeds done with sheep?
It's just really an audio and it's a picture of a sheep.
Oh,
and is it something we can get in trouble
Copyright claim. We probably would.
Probably.
So there you go, Cyril. It is officially on the calendar. Friday, January 25th, 2024. Start DCing out of crypto.
Good. I like how busy your calendar already is around that time.
Isn't that great? I always have something going. That's how I keep track of what's going on in the world. It gets crazy.
Dude, it looks like my calendar. You have any idea how many birthdays there are in my freaking family at this point? I just got another new niece, and it's hilarious because all of us siblings were having babies in age order exactly, because then the next sibling in age order is also currently expecting. So
what do you guys do? Say, okay, your turn. Everybody stop what you're doing. Wait till they're done. Okay, come on, hurry up. Come on, I'm getting frustrated. Let's go. How does that work?
Pretty much.
Mine's pretty funny.
Huh?
So my story with my siblings is pretty funny. So my brother Sean went to prison, and none of us had kids. Then my brother Sean got out of prison, and within that first year, he had his first kid. So he made fun of everyone. He's like, man, I gotta give you guys a 4-year head start, and I still beat you all. And then the same year, right after Sean had his kid, everyone had kids, except me.
One day you will. Just wait. And I hope they turn out just like you.
Actually, that's a good thing.
Why?
It depends on the day. There's some days I just want to take Strangle.
Overall,
It's all love.
He's a good kid, though.
Yes, nothing but love, brother. But yeah, I think we all get on each other's nerves sometimes, and sometimes in games one person does something we don't want to do. It's like, what are you doing? What is wrong? It's like, and that's the whole thing is life is nothing but a giant game. As we know, nobody gets out alive, so might as well have as much fun as humanly possible.
play fish volleyball.
That works. So I got a game for you guys tonight. Actually, it's a little piece of education, a little bit of fun. But one of the things I've been wanting to do is, Sarwa, you and I have played with the Pump.Fun location. The meme coin maker. Had a little bit of fun with that. Well, I've been wanting to make a meme coin just for sheer pleasure, but also to show you guys just how simple it is and how easy crypto can be and how crazy it is. It's like gambling. Absolutely insane. And okay. Sorry, I had to look at the private chat. So I started the groundwork to make a meme coin tonight, and I'm going to make one here. You guys are, you're going to watch me set it up, and I'm going to leave it alone. That way you don't have to worry about the dev rugging it. But essentially, you guys can do whatever you want. So, yeah, I had a little bit of fun with this, but I want to show you how simple this can really be. What do you guys think? Sound interesting at all?
Yeah.
So I was like, I know all about this crap. I don't need to know.
Iro's eating chocolate.
Yeah, he don't care.
Well, if anything, it'll show people why they shouldn't be buying all this shit. Because if this guy over here is making a meme coin and putting it out there, and it's that simple.
That's scary, isn't it? Hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
What would be scarier as if I did it.
You could. You can't. You will not believe how easy this is. And I'm going to show you just a couple things and a couple tips and tricks. But the whole thing is, a lot of people think, well, you have to have thousands of dollars to get started in crypto, or you can't make anything. You know what? You can game the system, and that's what this is all about: is games and games. Life is nothing but a big ass game. So of course, there's some rules that you can sleep with, and that's really what it is. What can you sleep with at night? A lot of people say, it's the golden rule you have to live by. Well, truthfully, you don't. A lot of people don't. It's kind of scary. I mean, we sit and watch videos of people with car wrecks. I mean, they're just forcing each other in. They run into them. They run away. So it really comes down to kind of do what you want. You have the freedom of choice. Now, I'm a firm believer of karma. I think it comes back to bite you. But in the end, and meme coins are a great one because it's a gambling casino across the board. Everybody's got fair game. The only way it can go totally wrong is if the dev rugs it, and oftentimes they do. They can wreck you pretty quick.
And you're the dev. You're not going to wreck us.
No, I'm going to leave it there, and I've got proof that I'm making it, so that way you guys know exactly who to go to. So, if it's some
Wreck-It Ralph, and then have the logo be like, I'm a Wreck-It, right?
Exactly. See that you could do that. You really could. There you go. There's the link to Pump.Fun, so that way you guys will know exactly what I'm doing here. And this is all it is. This is all these stupid meme coins. People make them. It costs next to nothing to do. And they're some of the dumbest things. And literally, some of these go through the roof. I mean, dog with hats. Look at that stuff. It's just a stupid meme. Now, meme has absolutely no practical use. Please understand. This is what people think is funny or cute or whatever the hell it could be. Now, once you actually make a practical use case for it, now it actually has functionality. It's no longer a meme. Now it's a project. At least in my book. What do you guys say?
I agree.
I kind of agree.
Okay. Cyril's still eating chocolate. He doesn't care. So first of all, a couple quick pointers. Okay. Couple quick pointers is they seem to do better if you create a website. Now, the great thing is through Canva, you can create an absolutely free website. So I made one today called Yoda in the Hood. So yeah, I just took a few free pictures. I threw them up there. From there, I created a Telegram, which is totally free as well. And so you can do that, and it'll open up a Telegram channel. And so you can create these links. And as you see right here, I created Telegram. I'm the only one in there. You guys are welcome to. But this gives people the feeling that there's a purpose for it. It seems to make them happier about it. And right there, I proved that, we are going to be launching this tonight live. So it is not live yet. But that's all I've done. I created a Telegram group, which is free. I used Canva to make a website, and from there I published it. That's it. So, let me go to comments here. Oh, God. What did I click? Don't click that. That makes things go horribly wrong. So,
already.
This
Do what?
from the tech-savvy person in our house.
Like, it's so simple. Anybody can do it.
It is. I clicked on the stream and it made everything condensed. I'm like, what did I break? Okay, so if you guys want to look at the website and how it looks, I will put it in the chat right there because it's already published. And Funny Churro says you can have ChatGPT create you a white paper and website. Yeah, you can, Funny. It's absolutely crazy. People think you have to be like super brilliant or super rich to jump into the crypto space. Nah, dude, you got to have a few minutes and just a crazy imagination, and you can do it. I mean, it takes next to nothing. So let's pull up the website, and there you go. As you can see, it's called madmim.mycanvas.site Yoda into Hood. That's it. And so, I mean, the biggest thing here, guys, is life is a game. It can be fun. It can be profitable. You can make gains having fun. It doesn't always have to be serious. It doesn't have to always be, the strategic investing. Sometimes you can take that little piece, make it a little piece. Don't be doing none of this 50% of your portfolio crap. That's just stupid. But have some fun with it.
Yoda into Hood.
So what do you guys say? 'Cause
That's funny.
I find it more funny knowing that if I remember correctly, Serenity doesn't like Star Wars.
Mm-mm.
I am not a Star Wars fan. You're right. And so, yeah, it's just one of those. It's like I actually asked for an alien in a Godfather suit. I used an AI generator app, and it popped up with the Yoda one with the cigar. I'm like, works for me. Okay, fine. It's not about serious. It's about games. It's about having fun. And so that's what we did.
It just makes me laugh because I'm like, he doesn't even like Star Wars, but yet he made Yoda into Hood.
I told him we need to make a Herkimer coin. Herkimer was my turtle when I was a little kid. It bit my face, and I just latched onto my face. But
She was kissing turtles.
my sister convinced me she kissed a turtle on the nose, kissed the turtle on its nose. So of course I had to. I was like 3 or 4 at the time. So give me a break. I was gullible. and
Fair
did
enough.
The things siblings do to each other.
Oh, yeah. We're evil. So let's go ahead and get this launching. And you guys are welcome to buy it, sell it, dump it, whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to sell it. So I'm going to turn you guys loose. And what you want to do, you want to do. So if you go to pump.fund right here, you can see I have 0.2 Solana sitting in my wallet. That's my actual wallet. So to do this, all you have to do is start a new coin. And we're going to name it. Okay, so we'll go Yoda in Hood. I'll make that all caps. That looks better. Okay, so what do we want for a ticker for this thing? What do you guys say?
YDNH.
YDNH. Okay. Description.
Hi,
Oh.
Austin. How's it going?
Austin, how you doing, buddy?
You know what?
I sent you a wink, my man.
Just make it Yoda. Just make it Yoda. Like YODA as the ticker.
YODA, okay.
Yeah, just make it Yoda.
Make
Screw
it
it.
easy.
Description. Yoda is what?
In the Hood.
Yoda's here to have fun.
Yoda's here to party. How's that?
There you go.
Okay. And then we need an image, so we'll choose a file and we'll take our Yoda in the Hood picture we had. Now we can show some more options, and from here, Twitter link we don't have, a Telegram link, we've got that. So since we created a Telegram link, we're going to go ahead and copy that Telegram link, paste it in here. We're going to copy a website, which we created. There we go. Now from there, so all we've done is filled in these blanks. We put in the picture that we want to use. And so from there, we create the coin. And then as the developer, I can buy a certain amount of coin or not. It's going to charge a fee of, what is it? 0.02 Solana. That's what it costs to deploy. So what's 0.02 Solana turn out to be?
Like $2 and change, $3, something like that.
Yeah, $2 and change. So it's pretty scary. I've got 0.22 exactly. So we'll buy 0.2 of a Yoda token. And from there,
Hey,
we're going to...
Britt.
Brittany, how you doing, dear?
That's what you have exactly. How are you supposed to sell some later?
I have 0.1 Solana in my other wallet. In a second one, just to buy some purchase.
Look at you, Mr. Moneybags. Second
And
wallet?
I know, it's scary, huh?
First wallet.
I got like $5 in that wallet. I had like 10 in this one. That's it.
Oh, well, I mean, since wallets, they're capped at $10 total. Like, I mean, that makes sense.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there you go. It's just messing with you guys. Okay, so didn't have enough for the fee. So I'm going to go 0.19. So go ahead and create the coin. And there you go. It's going to give me 6.75 million of Yoda coins. Create it. And that's it.
You will.
A whale. Okay. So go to view profile. And of course it hates me because it's always slow. I don't have any of the hacks or any of that. So let's go look. Yoda coin right there. There you go. Yoda into hood ticker.
Woo-hoo.
And already somebody bought yeah. There you go. We're up and running. It is that simple, guys. And we've already got somebody bought 1.19 Solana worth. Somebody just bought 2 Solana worth. Yeah. This is where it gets...
That's because Pump Fun gets botted to high heaven.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, it's already got a market cap of 4,900. And they already sold again. There you go. There's your bots running heavily.
Yep.
Wow, how did they buy before mine did? That's pretty trip. I didn't even know you could do that.
You know.
Hey, Brett, how you doing, dear? We're having fun. Says it has been a couple weeks. Where have you been, my girl?
Been doing physics or psychology.
She was getting ready for her brother's graduation.
Exactly, yes. How was that, Brett? I know I gave you guys a shout out last Friday because, yes, my nephew Brandon is officially a doctor. Walked the line. He's got his doctorate. Way to go. And I know, Brittany, you're just right there behind him. Says that it was really good. I posted pics on Facebook if you wanted to look at them. And I meant it's been a long couple of weeks.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It surely has.
It has indeed. And, I did see all the pictures. And, no, super proud of him. I gave him a shout out there. And if I remember it, I posted on Facebook, too, to say congrats. So I'm just glad to have you here. So today we're talking about gaming, having fun, where life is nothing but a game. So to do that, to prove just how much of a crazy game it is, we just created a meme coin. Totally for fun. And it's called Yoda into Hood. In case you missed it, there you go. There's the website. Now, one other thing here, guys, is once you create a meme coin, you can actually go back into Canva. You can go into your website you made, and let's say we want to make this a link to it. Edit design. Just right click on it. Go link. Link. Come on. Oh, you stupid thing. Of course it doesn't want to work right. Well, you're supposed to be able to. I broke it. Don't ask me what I did. This is why you can't have nice things.
Because you touched them.
I did.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Maybe because I have it open somewhere else. I do that. I get too many versions of it open.
And it gets confused?
It does. It gets very confused. It's like, what did you break? Okay. So, edit design. Yeah, that's really weird. It's not letting me link it. Huh. Yeah, well, that's fine. I'll play with it later. That's it. So, it's up, it's running, it's spiked, it crashed. Who knows? Somebody bought 0.5 Solana. So, really, it's up to you guys. Now, this is one of those times where you can start gambling with it and have some crazy fun. So, if it's something you want to get into, like, I'm going to switch my wallets here to my other wallet. And, yeah, just so you guys know exactly what I'm doing. So, I'm in there now. And view profile, sign message. We're going to buy 0.01. There we go. That's it. It's really that crazy. Now, what they do a lot of times is they end up putting an automatic buy, and it literally just buys 0.0001 Solana just over and over and over. And that's what makes this little red flasher up here start flashing. Then people click on it, say, hey, we should buy that coin. That's it. So make no mistake, they are gaming the system out of this. So if you do something like this, have fun with it. Take your profits, run to the door. Remember, this is the money game. Essentially, people are throwing money in a circle, and whoever wants to reach in and grab it can. There is no marriage to it. There's no anything. It's fair game. So have fun with it.
It's basically DeFi meme stripped down to its absolute basics, right? And that's... It's no different than just pure gambling at the casino. Not even where the odds are in your favor. In fact, it's highly stacked against you. But if you've got gamble money that you don't mind throwing away, you might make something off of it. I got into one that I knew had like 3,500 people in the Discord prior to them making it. It went, it hit the market cap necessary to get transferred off of Pump.Fun to actually on Radium, right? And it did that in 10 minutes. And then my 0.45 BNB, I sold like 25% after it had shot up. And that 25% that I sold got me back 1.2 Sol. And then sold a little bit of like 2 days later, and got like 1.2 Sol out of it as well. And then the amount that I have left right now is worth right about 2 Sol, all out of 0.45 Sol. So, sometimes you get lucky with it if you're in the know, right? Like I was already in another Discord where they were talking about making this. Then I was in the Discord where they made it. I was one of the very first purchases, right?
The way to do it.
There you go.
Right. I got the OG roll so that I was able to buy in the first 5 minutes, and I was watching, so I saw as soon as it got made, and I went right on in there and bought. Got in front of everybody except like one person who didn't even do that big of a buy. So, but it is pure PvP, right? Like I know when I'm selling, people who bought higher than me just lost money. But if you're playing on something like Pump.Fun, you need to understand that that's what you're agreeing to, right? Don't go there if you don't want people who are better at the game than you taking your money, because that's what you're agreeing to when you go to stuff like that.
Exactly. And make no mistake, a lot of people spend a lot of time and money on this and research and bots, and it gets crazy. But at the same time, if you have a little bit of creativity, a little bit of fun, just like I did, you can make a coin. And like right now, I could turn around and sell that coin and just liquidate anybody who's bought it ever since, or anything that's in there. As a developer, I have that right. So that's the hardest thing, is to find a developer that's not going to do it. Now, I see these things spike up, then drop, and then they kind of move sideways, and then they start maybe building. Some can turn out fairly lucrative. Most of them don't. 99.9% of the time, you're going to lose. But if you be a little quicker, a little smarter than everybody else, hey, you can make a few bucks on the deal. Crow, are you alive?
No.
It's like, I'm not even sure you were breathing. I'm like, man, he's like frozen in time.
I feel like we need the Oregon Trail funeral music now. What was that? Do 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 do.
Something like that.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, that was the Oregon Trail funeral song.
There you go. Perfect. Yes. Crow was dead. So Britt says, Graham showed me your shout out. It was awesome. Aw, thank you, Britt. And yeah, it's one of those, I couldn't be there, but you know what? I'm there in spirit, and I'm always cheering you guys on. Super proud of you and Brandon both, and just everybody in the family, because you guys are really blazing your own trail. That's impressive. Well done, my dear. So everybody, let's talk about gaming, because Cyril, now you said going to Pump.Fun, it's all about PvP, and the cards are stacked against you. You're absolutely right. It's worse than gambling. At least a casino has to report to somebody. Man, places like this, they don't have to. But then you start looking at life in general, other games we play. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but I posted a link to a video I watched a couple nights ago about cheaters in PvP games, like Call of Duty, like Fortnite. And man, that is some crazy stuff they got going in there.
Yeah, I think if you are playing single player, right, and you want to modify your game to an experience that's more enjoyable and tailored for your liking, great. Feel free. I think if you're going to do that and take that to multiplayer and ruin other people's experience, then you should probably be castrated.
Yeah.
There's a special place in hell for people like them.
Yeah.
I would agree. And, it's funny because, a lot of questions come up about that and we're talking gaming in games and gaming in life. I mean, all of these lessons go across the board. So a lot of people, like you said, a single player game. Well, the developer designed the game to go through a certain set of challenges, things like that. Do you guys think it ruins a single player game if you apply cheats or mods or tweak it to make it a different experience for you? Do you think that's cheating, or is that just making it comfortable?
Depends on the game.
Okay. Sarah's got that look. What do you got, Sarah?
No, I want to hear what Crow has to say.
Okay.
Like, I've been playing on my free time Dragon's Dogma 2. And that game it's meant to be difficult. And I feel like if you mod it to where it was easier, it would definitely take away from it. Because, I mean, like, there's been some crazy times in that game where, like, it's been, like, bashing my head against, like, a boss. It's like, come on, die! And then that feeling when you finally accomplished it is very rewarding. And just to not have that feeling, I think, would take away from what, like you said, the developer wanted. But then you got a game like Baldur's Gate 3, which is very much the things you want to do. It's an RPG where you can go and you can do what you want to do. And I feel like modding that one doesn't really count as cheating because you're just going from a different aspect of the game. Like, I know a lot of people do the more party mod, or I forget the name of it, because like Cyril, because they don't want to be limited by, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you're playing D&D, which is what the game is based off of, and you find 8 followers and they all want to follow you, there's nothing in D&D that stops you from taking all 8 followers with you. But the game limits you.
Ah.
So you have to restore. So games like Baldur's Gate 3, because clearly there has to be some limitation because of game mechanics, right? And like you can only code so much into the game. But in real D&D, if I want to take everybody with me, I can. If I decide I want to put this bag of holding inside of another bag of holding to create a miniature, black hole bomb and fire it at the BBEG, I can do that, right? So mods bring all of those elements back. You got to be able to take the followers with for various reasons. Otherwise, it seriously will lock out entire blocks of content if you don't have that follower with you. So you want to be able to take everybody with you.
Right. Make it a party, always. And, that's an interesting scenario there because, I think you're right. I've been a gamer my whole life, and there's some that is just mind-numbing. It's like you have to go out and cut down 500 billion trees to make this one boat so you can float across to this other island and continue the game. And so they want you to burn all this time. Like, oh, hell no. I guarantee I can run some type of program that'll automatically go farm me some trees, and I can go do something else. And I think you're right. I think there's a fine balance there. Now, of course, if it's automatic to go out and kill somebody, like in Modern Warfare, something like that. Okay, now that's a problem, because now that's cheating. And that's one where it's ruining somebody else's experience. So I think that's an interesting perception on that.
Yep.
So, Wild Angel, what do you think, where you're not technically a gamer, what do you think about the differentiating aspects that we're talking about here?
Okay, so I've played Sims and stuff like that. And Sims, the never-ending money code was great because then I could do it.
Motherload.
Yeah, and I could just go for days and do whatever I wanted. And I think there was a code that I didn't get hungry. I didn't have to clean my house. Those kind of things. Those were great because then I went for days. And but that's about the extent.
Interesting.
Mine. But I can see like in the Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Right.
If people are running code.
Sorry, we're keeping you awake.
It's been a long week. Sorry, it's been a long week. If people are running codes that kill other people or cheat and decrease the gameplay for other people, yeah, I don't like that idea.
Okay.
If I cheat myself, that's one thing, but if I cheat other people, yeah, shame on me.
So that's an interesting concept of cheating yourself. Now, like you guys were talking, Sarwin Crow, you're saying that that feeling of accomplishment. So do you think that if you do utilize certain mods or certain cheats to make a boss easier or something like that, that you digress and lose some of that feeling and experience? Or is that just what makes it possible to even feel it at all?
Dude, so if you think I don't have the mod that has the Ring of Many Spells and have that equipped to every single one of my characters so that I can just experience the storyline when I just want to have fun and check out the different ways the story can be based off the choices you make, then you got another thing coming, because I totally do.
I expect that out of you, yeah. And we've definitely talked about that. But what about you, Crow? Do you find it more enjoyable to fight your way through and beat your head against the wall and then accomplish, or experience the storyline, or spend on the game?
It depends a lot on the game. Like Dragon's Dogma 2, like I said, mentioned that earlier. That game, I'm having so much fun, just the struggle and then the accomplishment feeling. Like I was telling you about this griffin that was hunting me for like 3 days. This griffin tried to kill me, and every time it would drop, like you would just be walking down the road and you hear, "Come on!" Look up, and there's this griffin towns coming at you. And you're like, "Ah, fuck!" And then you'd have to fight it, and then right before you kill it, every time it'd run away. Oh, I started getting so mad, and finally, when it dropped in on me on a lake, I beat it, and it swung wide and fell into a river, and died because it fell into the river. Oh, that was so funny, and it was so accomplishing. I was like, finally, that fucker's dead.
He's dead, yes!
I will say, though, I do play through the first time without any real, like, altering mods, right? You know, the only thing, like, I limited myself to some quality of life things, like auto send food to camp, increase your party size, a couple little things like that. But other than that, played through it normal before going a little wild with the mods and then playing through it to experience the different storylines.
And see, that would make sense. And, it's the same thing in life. I mean, if we can find an easier way to do something, why not? Why should you keep grinding every day? And that's what we do on Rags to Riches. We try to teach you guys how to not have to grind every day, check to check, hoping to stay alive, because there's better ways to do things. Just get a little creative. So speaking of, let's check on our Yoda real quick while we're here. So as we've been chatting, I've been doing these little buys. And so that's hopefully making this little green thing go. And every once in a while, I'll do like 0.006. And I'll just keep doing this with the second wallet. So it'll go up. As you can see, people bought in and they cashed out right away. We're at a market cap of 4,162 currently. So, I don't know. We're going to let it run. We're going to see what happens. It'll be fun.
Come on, guys. It's Yoda into Hood.
It's Yoda into Hood. Yeah.
Right.
How can you go wrong with Yoda into Hood?
It could be a baby Yoda into Hood.
With a cigar. Oh, that's all screwed up. There you go. Yoda into Hood. So that's what we're doing. We launched this meme coin just to prove that anybody can do it. Oh, look at that. See?
That's
Hey, Yoda,
why
there-
I said it, Crow.
There's your baby.
He sits up here in the Oculus.
You have an Oculus? What's an Oculus?
The VR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like some statue or something with a glowing gem slowly rotating and it takes you to the fourth dimension or something. It's like, yeah, that's how I communicate with the home world. I don't know.
Yeah, I got my daughter an Oculus as well, to preserve the life that was left in my good VR system. She wound up breaking the one controller, whacking it into the wall a few too many times.
Oops.
I gotta thank you over here, Cyril, because you told me about those prescription inserts for the Oculus,
Mhm.
and I got those, and it's made that thing so much more enjoyable. It found it hard to play it because I had to wear my glasses. Now that I
Yeah.
have those, it's so much better.
It definitely comes in handy. And make sure you dial in the pupillary distance, right? Dial that in real well. It definitely helps, with blurriness and all that sort of stuff. But a good VR system can definitely be an amazing experience.
Oh, yeah.
I
There's
get
some
motion
games
sick.
that's understandable. There are some games that cause motion sickness really bad. There are some games that are much friendlier with that. I love like the 3D VR puzzle type games. Those ones don't really involve a lot of movement. Most of the VR games that like we usually would enjoy playing were things like Job Simulator. It's actually a lot of fun, right? Beat Saber, those are games that don't trigger motion sickness. Games like Super Hot also don't trigger motion sickness, but it's a really fun action game that, time moves when you move. And so you get to feel like a really badass, action hero, slowly turning your head to see where the bad guys are while you kind of reach slowly for the gun that's flying towards you because you just threw a bottle at that guy while you're moving to dodge a bullet that's slowly moving in. So you got bullet time.
What's really
Yeah.
cool about Super Hot is at the end, once you've completed the level, it shows everything in real time.
Okay, so you
Interesting.
guys will have to introduce me to some of this not so motion sick stuff, because even watching like Fortnite on the screen or Call of Duty, just watching it on the screen, I get sick. I can't play Subnautica because I get sick. Subnauseous, that's why we call it that.
You would love Beat Saber. Not only does it not cause motion sickness, it's loads of fun, and it's a workout, right? And I when I use that, I build up a sweat, because I'm sitting there, it forces you to dance to avoid the big sections that you're not supposed to be in or duck or whatnot while you're swinging at the different blocks in the different directions to the beat. And if you can get into the beat, you can play it on some pretty high difficulties and you're just sitting there dancing, essentially having a blast and burning calories and exercising while gaming. And
I
who
could see
doesn't love
Sister and
that?
I having fun with that.
Absolutely. And I've never played with the VR really. The kids do. I never have. Maybe I should. Maybe I that would be a good way for me to get some workout. So I'm gonna have to check that one out.
So Britt, you say you get nauseated with games and you don't with Beat? Because oh my gosh, it's like 5 minutes into anything else, and Mario is about the extent of my video game capacity without getting sick to my stomach.
You'll be
So-
fine with Beat Saber. My wife can barely play any kind of games. The best that she can do is play Minecraft for up to about an hour at a time, because she gets real bad motion sickness, and she plays Beat Saber.
Oh, we might have
There you
to
go.
steal Horatio's Oculus and give it a try.
There you go. And I missed on some of the comments here. Sorry, Brett. So Ray texted you the other day. Ooh, okay, that's scary. What happened? Oh, this is the Crow. That just clicked my... Wow. Welcome to the show, Brett. Glad you could join us. Thanks for coming. Yes, okay. So now we've connected the dots. Okay. You know, and I was talking to Horatio the other day. He was playing, I think it's... Do we have the Oculus Crow? What do we have?
You have the Oculus.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't realize he could actually see me because I walked up and I started going like this to his face while he was playing. He's like, I see you, Dad. Like, what?
So...
The hell?
Okay, we're getting a tour of the Oculus.
Cool.
No, it's really cool because... Let's see if I can find them. Right there. And right here are little cameras.
Oh.
Oh, I thought those were screws.
No, so it senses the room around you, so when you go to play the game, you can draw your play space.
Oh, and
Okay.
it'll stop you?
Yep.
So you're not like running
so-
into things and falling over?
It
If
throws
you go
up a
outside your
grid.
safe space,
Oh.
the game will phase out, and you'll see the real world.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought only the Apple one did that. Cool.
So this one's not like the Apple one, where like if you start talking to someone, it'll part the virtual.
Right. They phase in
Yeah.
or whatever
This
it is.
one is
Right.
only when you're starting to leave your play area. It's kind of like a warning, like, hey, you're getting too far. Here's what you're about to get into.
You're out of bounds.
Your safe zone.
Oh.
Okay. You're exiting the game world. Please return immediately or you will be terminated. Got it.
Another game that you would really enjoy, both Serenity and Wild Angel, is the game Please Try Not to Die.
Oh,
I love that.
that's called life. I play it all the time.
Right?
You're a secret agent spy, and your job is you go into this, these different areas, and you don't move. You can look around your environment, you can interact with the different things in your environment, and you can solve the entire level from that one position. But it can take a good while to solve some of them. So there's a lot of really fun games for VR that do not involve any kind of player movement, specifically so that people who do have nausea can enjoy it.
Oh, that's cool. Because I was trying to play Subnautica, and I would have to take Dramamine just to play the video game.
What I find super cool about I Expect You to Die is just the puzzles and everything, and that's really cool. The other thing that's cool about VR is the game pricing. So like, new game comes out on the PC. They were $60, but now they're coming into a trend where they're $70. A game on the Oculus is like $20-30 for like a brand new one. Brand new game comes out, it's $20-30.
And if you have the Vive ProPort Pass, which I highly recommend you get if you have a VR that hooks up to your computer, like something like a Vive or a Steam VR system, because your subscription to that gives you access to the full library of VR games. And you can install however many you want. You can play however many you want. There is no limit as long as you just keep paying that monthly subscription. And anytime new games are coming out, they also release on there. So you have access to perpetual coming out titles.
Crow, one of these days when you're here in the afternoon, like on Sundays, occasionally you're here, maybe you'll have to give me a tutorial on this Oculus thing.
Absolutely.
That's it. She's addicted. Game over. That's
Just
it.
because
Nice knowing you.
It's something I've wanted to try, but because I get so motion sick, and we had these ones where we put our phone inside these masks for VR,
no.
and oh my God, it was like 5 minutes later, it's like I wanted to throw up. So yeah.
Very different
I'd love
world.
to give it a try just because technology has come so far that it could be fun. A way for me to join your world.
There you go. And Rose says Bee Simulator is apparently a good one.
They have one of those? Do you get to be a bee?
Yeah, you fly around as a bee. You collect pollen, you avoid birds, you take it to the hive, you turn it into honey, you take care of the larva. Like, you are a bee. That is your life, and you fly around in Central Park.
Oh, I can so see Rose doing that.
Absolutely. And like, I bought her that game.
Britt says, just take Dramamine, you'll be fine.
I have taken Dramamine to get through video game.
I like it. So stick with the NES, Super NES, and Xbox. That's fair. Hey, you know, Britt, it's actually kind of funny because today I walked out and Horatio was on the Wii. He realized, hey, they had the drive selected for only showing favorites. So there's only like 15 games. I'm like, man, I copied over like 400 plus titles on there. I know it's on that external drive. He found it, and sure enough, yeah. So now the Wii is running full speed again.
Ooh, Mario's back.
Yep.
Woohoo!
I used to play Metro Prime 3 on the Wii. I love that game.
See, and that's the thing is, gaming is such a huge industry. It's crazy. But I think a lot of it reflects real life. Like you guys are talking. You're talking bee simulator. Well, that's a worker bee. You know, I'm sure the bee probably would love to do something different. Like, I don't know, come hang out with us. I don't know. But a lot of these sims are kind of the day-to-day grind. So why is it that people jump into the games and end up doing the same thing they do in the regular world, but they don't like doing it in the regular world? Why is that?
Well, I think there's a familiarity in the routine, but you're doing something that's familiar to you without any of the stresses or expectations, right? You get to just do it your way, and it's usually done up in some cute, silly, goofy, maybe amusing, or maybe makes your brain think in ways that your regular job doesn't. It's a form of, just being.
I think there's also a sense of the freedom, like, of oh, I'm done. I've had enough. I'm done. Take it off or stop playing
Later.
the game. Walk away and you're done. You can't do that for your job. You do that for your job, then you don't have a house. You don't have your food. You don't have
a job.
the game that you're playing.
It's a good point. And so, how, a lot of things I did in life is I tried to make my job a game. I tried to have fun. And I would always keep a positive attitude, or try to. This only in the latter years. Early years, it was a whole different story. But, Crow, you and I worked together, and I always tried to keep things fun, challenging, had races, whatever I could. So I'm curious, what do you guys do to make your job more enjoyable? Do you gamify it? Do you compete with it? How do you do it? Let me know in the chat. What are the tricks you can use, or that you use, that maybe some others can learn from? How about you, Sorrow? How do you do it?
I stopped doing it for other people and did it for myself instead.
Ooh. That's the easiest way to do it, absolutely.
I'm currently helping Rose with that. She was working for another company, and I was telling her for at least the last year that her boss is a nitwit who has no idea how to run a business. She has you do like so many clients, several a day, 2 to 3 clients a day, 5 days a freaking week. And she's like venting about other employees to you and talking about her stresses about running the business with you, and then turning around and going to Disneyland all the time. Like, what?
Yeah.
And so she's starting her own. And I was like, look, you realize that with 3 clients, you're just 3. So then now you're working 2 days, 1 week, 1 day, another week. Your take home is the same as you doing all these clients, several a day, 5
Yay.
days a week. So it's time to start your own business. Do it for you, right? Because then
Absolutely.
it's your thing. It's a measure of pride, not a measure of I gotta do this just because I need to live, right? I mean, yeah, you're still doing it because you need to live. It's yours. You're a business owner now. You can decide how many clients you take. You can decide to fire a client instead of being like, oh, I gotta go take care of this person again. They suck so much, right? Or whatever, right? You just fire them. Be like, thank you, but unfortunately, there's a difference in values and qualities between our core principles, and I can no longer retain you as a client. We appreciate your business over the years, and we would be happy to recommend some other businesses that would be able to better acclimate with your values. And then you do that. It doesn't have to be this guy. Nah, you just thank you. Unfortunately, we're downsizing our clientele. Here's another business that can take you.
I like that. That's good advice. And by the way, apparently Rose just lost the game. Congratulations, Rose. And Oliver says, good advice. Yeah, it is. And it's tough. It can be very scary because, then you have no one but yourself to rely on. But, personally, I think that's a great thing because now I have nobody but myself I have to rely on. So it's really about how you look at it.
Well, I am looking at in the next couple of weeks, possibly. Serenity doesn't even know this yet.
Oh, shit.
I'm getting all my research on e-stores this weekend. And so Wild Angel might have an e-store in the next couple of weeks or 1st of May, give me a couple weeks. But it's happening. And and I'm 2 years out of being vested in my retirement plan for the state. And so, I want to guarantee some funds for the future. So we definitely stay and get vested. And then, in 2 years, let's see where I'm at. Because then maybe I can tell the world to go jump in a lake and I can, do it for myself. But it just got to guarantee some of those funds. And yes, it is freaking terrifying. And I blame it all on you, Cyril.
Well, here's the thing. And it's the same thing that I said to Rose, and I'm going to say it to all of y'all. Why are you afraid to start your own business, right? You have your skill, you have your talent, you currently perform those for somebody else, making them significantly more money, right? Which means you could take significantly less workload and match or go more than your current income doing it for yourself. And the biggest reason why people won't do that is because they worry about, well, what if it doesn't work out?
Fear of failure.
You are trained to be afraid of failure, of getting an F on your report card, of not succeeding because your parents want you to, go to college, go to, get a good job, blah, 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 right? Everything, your whole life has trained you to be afraid of failure. When in reality, the successful people fail more times than you will ever actually even try, right? You do not grow without the failure. And the reason for that is you're only going to go where your head's at. If you think you're a wage employee, you will be a wage employee, right? If you say, you know what, no, I recognize my worth, I recognize my value, I'm not going to believe the lie that corporatism in America has taught me that my life value is worth X amount, right? I believe my worth is this. And then you start demanding that, right? You start your own work, you start obtaining your own clients, and you charge appropriately, right? So many people when they start their new business, they don't know how to price their worth.
We had this discussion last week.
And that's why I told Rose, I'm like, I will tell you what your prices are. Okay? This is what you will charge for your client. This is what their initial visit will cost, and this is what the recurring ones, like, that's the prices, right? Because you're going to try to do it for less because you're like, oh, since I'm getting more, I don't need as much, right? No, you don't understand. They're paying everybody else this. You need to at least match it. They're going to love your quality for the same price, right? They're going to pay for your quality and your attention to detail, right? That's why you're the recommended person at your business, or the one that the customers request, or the one that has the good rapport, or the one that your bosses send in to fix the problem, right? That's what makes you valuable. You can monetize that for yourself instead of for somebody else, and work significantly less after a little bit of setup, right? And the reason why you don't is because you've been trained to be afraid of taking those steps and figuring it out, right? But the great news is you live in the era of the internet. You can do so much research into it so that you're not failing as frequently, right? And maybe you have a couple hiccups along the way, but you adjust. And yeah, so if that's how you want to fix that, Serenity, sorry for rambling, but
You're good. You go for it, buddy. It's what this all about. This is just having fun. I mean, it's Friday night.
Thank you for the therapy session. See,
Perfect.
Britt, he doesn't charge for therapy.
Yeah, but we're insane. She should charge us double. Our family, yeah, we are absolutely certifiably nuts.
Britt
And,
recognizes her worth, so she
Right.
charges for her worth, as she should.
Right. So the seriously traumatic people, yeah, we should pay extra. Absolutely. And Britt says she tries to engage others and keep up their morale. Not worrying about myself makes me much happier than thinking about me. My whole world is people, but I hate people. Wow. It's an interesting challenge you face there. But no, that's a good way to do it, is engaging people, getting them to see the silver lining. Now, when I was cutting wires and stuff, I found it very challenging because everybody in that place is negative. It's hostile environment across the board, and it's stupid at the same time. So it makes it very tough. I oftentimes would get done and I'm like, okay, I'm so burnt. But I always had a rule. When I left the place, I left everything at work. I carried nothing home. And so when I get home, they'd ask, how was your day? Pretty good. And away I went. And because I don't need, first of all, I didn't get paid enough when I was there. I sure as hell don't get paid enough to take that crap home with me. So leave your work at work. Do not let it affect the rest of your life.
Well, sorry, I'll let you catch up on comments, and then
Okay.
we'll repeat that. We'll put it.
Sounds good. Oh, wow. That's our point. Okay. And Rose says, client pays boss 140 cash. I spend 4 hours there and get paid 76 before tax. Plus, they give me $20 tip. My client. Wow. Yeah. I would be a little livid too. So they're getting 140 and you're getting 76. It's less. Yeah. See, now that you're your own boss, you get to keep all of that. And so that plus the tip, that makes it worthwhile. But I think that's going to give you a better quality when you're there doing the work too, because now you're working for you. It matters to you. It's not just I'm punching a time clock, whatever. It doesn't matter. I always found that was one of the greatest motivators is when somebody says, man, this looks great. That's a personal compliment. And I took it that way. So I hope you do too, Rose.
Yeah. And now instead of having to squeeze 2 clients in a day to get 76 per client, right? She can do 1 client in a day for 150, but yeah,
Exactly. And versus also doesn't. Oh, he doesn't prescribe meds. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. We don't need meds. Contradictory, I know.
I would
Let's see.
put you on Vyvanse, and a little cocktail called Well Pro for you.
I'm assuming it has Wellbutrin in it.
Yes. It's a
Wellbutrin.
nice little blend of Wellbutrin and Lexapro, and they counteract each other's negative effects.
Perfect.
And I would put me on several things.
Aren't you already on several things tonight, Sorrow? I mean, if we're being honest here, come on.
Oh, sir. I just the happy juice and the
Just
gummies.
happy. Oh,
And the gummies.
And the
Because you
chocolate.
decided to snack.
Hey, the
And-
chocolate. This is just straight. I mean, look at the size of this Mr. Good bar. Like,
It's as big as your
giant,
head.
thick Mr. Good bar. And yes, I've consumed probably about 3/4 of it.
so you're on a sugar high on top of everything else. Awesome. Let's have fun. So,
I like dark chocolate.
so many things I could say that, but I
I'm a
won't.
dark chocolate person. Stop it. I'm
Okay.
gonna come in there and beat you.
Promise? All right. Hey, short show tonight, guys. Sorry, I got a date. Apparently, I'm getting beaten. Boo. So, speaking of beating, as you guys know, we started a meme coin at the beginning of this, Yoda into Hood. And during the whole process this stream, I've been putting in little tiny buys. And so if it's something you want to check out, great, have some fun, total gamble. But this is playing the game. This is putting little bits of effort out there, hoping that somebody's going to see that and say, hey, I should pay attention to that. Even let them know we're broadcasting live. So these are the game strategy. This is how we get ahead in life. Sometimes we take risks. Sometimes we have to go all in. Others, we can do just little bits of efforts in life, and it can make huge gains. So we'll see. I don't know. Somebody just sold, so apparently not. Okay. That's fine. The great thing is it doesn't matter. It's all gambling. It's just fun. But yeah, have some good times. Have some fun with it, whatever you do. But the biggest thing is try something new. Don't just go through life day to day waiting to die. That's existing. That's not living in my book.
Yeah, and you're going to feel like time is absolutely flying by if you settle into a routine because your brain compresses memories. If you've got a bunch of days that were pretty much the same, it's like, well, that's one day. So it shortens your time essentially.
So the fact that I don't remember what happened a week ago on Tuesday is not that big of a deal. See, Serenity, I don't remember that stuff. It's not a big deal.
Great. I don't remember most of my life. It's okay. It's all one big blur of craziness. So it's okay.
There was a pin that we had put down, but I don't remember what it was about.
A what?
I don't know. I forget what it was. Yeah, we got all kinds of distracted and sidetracked.
Yeah, you started to say something and then he finished comments and...
Yeah. I don't remember what I was going to say at that point. So
we got lost.
If it's important, it'll come back.
And if not, yeah, it wasn't meant to be. So, Crow, how do you get through your day-to-day life and make your job fun? What kind of tricks do you use?
Betting, gambling. Honestly, I keep it light. There's certain people I'll go up to and we'll sit there and during break we'll BS and have a good time. I'll give a funny story. So, where I work, every 1 o'clock, everyone's got to go to a meeting, or sorry, supervisors have to go to a meeting and they have to discuss work that needs to get done outside. And they talked about this one unit outside that needed this panel box door on. My supervisor, Dan, said, it's on there. The guy who walks in said, bullshit, it's not. Dan's like, yes, it is. He said, bullshit. And I'm walking into engineering, which is right below where their meeting's at. And I hear, Crow! Look up. Come in here. I was like, okay. So I walk upstairs and get in. Is the panel box door on? Yes, it is. When was it done? And they all laughed so hard because I sat there and I did this. I don't have a watch at work. I said 12:35 and they're like, bullshit. I'm like, no, it's not. And apparently they bet a Red Bull and $20 that it wasn't done.
And it was.
And it was. So
Did you get part of the $20?
No, I didn't. Of course not.
Why not? You won the bet for him.
You didn't take that bet?
No, he didn't bet me. He bet my supervisor.
I would have charged supervisor half.
Yeah.
You did the work.
Completion fee.
That's my job, is just to make sure Finnegan survives the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a full-time job. Trust me. It gets crazy. There she is, Ashley. Happy Freaky Friday, dear.
Hey, Ashley. We
missed you
where
guys.
went.
Yes.
How's Celie?
So good to have you with us.
The stream.
Could be, yeah. She's probably just getting caught up. So she's like an hour ago. She's like, why is anybody talking to me? Sorry, Ashley. Fast forward. You can go back and watch the beginning later.
Watching the color drain from the guy who bet Dan's face was priceless. The highlight of it was the production manager's phone going off as he took a picture. Just
Evidence proven.
I laughed so hard.
Apparently, Seely's been a grumpy boy, insisting they deep clean.
Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. I'm sorry. And Rose says, "Hi, Ashley." So, yes, glad to have you here. We haven't talked about a whole lot. It's all gaming and having fun. We did make a meme coin, and somebody just did sell a bunch of it. So it looks like it's just me, myself, and I who are in it. But if you feel like gambling, hey, jump in, have some fun with us. It's Yoda into Hood coin. There you go. And so, yeah, it's out there running. It's having fun. So we're going to find out what happens. So this is one of those great things. A lot of people say, well, it's going to fail. Well, yeah. So who cares? The trick is I experienced it. I got to do this. And that's what life is all about. It's about playing the game of life to the fullest. And that is not just sitting at home on your couch doing nothing. That's taking some risks, taking some chances. So you might lose a couple bucks. Big deal. So you might waste a little bit of time. Big deal. So you might risk starting a business and it fails. That's okay. You're going to learn something from it. Life is nothing more than one big ass game. So have some fun with it.
If you take it too seriously, you won't get out of it alive.
Wait, I don't take serious at all, and I'm still not getting out alive. So I guess it really doesn't matter if you take serious or not, huh?
Nope. That's the kicker,
Right.
And that's kind of like what you realize at some point in your life. You realize that it really doesn't matter what you decide to do, right? Like if you decide you want to climb the corporate ladder and become a CEO or something like that, then do that, right? Like you just take the steps necessary. A lot of people would be like, no, I could never do that, right? Or they stopped making their art because they thought they had to monetize their hobby in order to justify the fact that they had a hobby, instead of just doing it for the sake of doing it, right? That it's almost criminal now to not monetize your hobby in some fashion according to society, right? And that's all just social engineering to focus on putting you to work, right? Having you stimulate the economy so that they can always get their cut, so reject it. Do your own thing.
Exactly. That's a great topic there, Sarah, because there's a lot of content creators that do what I do, and they're much bigger. They have a lot more subscribers. They do all these things to try to build revenue and to partner and network and build all this money up so they can basically take more and pay more. But they would never do something like Freaky Friday, where we just have fun, because there's no real monetary gain for it. And so make no mistake, it's one of those, I kind of go against the grain in my own way. I don't have to be a super famous, popular one. It'd be great, don't get me wrong. So make sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends about us. But events like this, events like Friday night, is all about just getting the community together, having fun, talking about whatever. Whether it's games, it's crocheting, it's making a stupid meme coin, whatever the hell we're doing, we have fun doing it. And the trick is we're experiencing life and we're connecting. And that's what it's about, is because in the end, in this life, we don't get out alive. You don't take anything you get that you collect with you when you die. So what's the point? What you can do is make an effect on other people's lives. And that's what I want to do. I want to affect people's lives. I want to educate, help them find success in whatever they're trying to do. And a lot of that's financial, like Rags to Riches. We cover that every Thursday. And we try to give you strategic investing principles for a small investor, big investor, whatever it is. But there's also the soul, the heart, the person themselves. And I think a lot of people in my position forget about that. They're all about making that dollar. How can you get rich quick? How can you do this? How about just, hey, how's your day going? How can you make your day better? How can you make work more fun? Whatever it is, have some fun with it.
Because if you can have a bad day for no reason, you can have a good day for no reason. It's really just a matter of choice.
Amen.
Like, people don't really understand just how much your mood is choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, just putting it out there, maybe you should put a little bit of thought to that. Mood is choice. Like, shit, my alarm's going off. I got to go to work. Holy crap. I've got eyeballs that work, right? I can get up and go to work. I've got a car that I can hop into and drive if I so choose. I have a house, a bed that I got up out of. I'm not over in one of the nations currently experiencing conflict, with bombs falling down around me.
Thankfully.
That's a pretty damn good day, right?
Exactly. It is. Oh, I thought Wild Angel was talking. She's counting. 5, 7, 12, 34, 12, 9, 18, 6.
Why are you doing that?
Because I'm an asshole. It's one of the little things I do for fun. I usually get hit for doing it. But you know what? That's okay, because life is all about having fun. So sometimes little things, although it might irritate, if you can make them smile, that's what it's all about. Is I can make somebody else smile. Even if it's that evil look I just got, which means I'm going to pay for it later. And I know this. That's okay. It's worth it.
Good.
I was driving to Boise, and Ray was in the passenger seat, and she was sitting there, and she was playing with the vape on her knee, like one of these kinds. And she was sitting there, and she got it perfectly balanced on her knee. And she goes, "Look, I got it balanced." And as I'm driving, I just go, boop. And that vape just thud. And she just looked at
She
me.
hurt you, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she whacked me good. It was totally worth it though. No regrets.
That's my girl.
Well, I just had to frog 5 rows because I missed a color change.
Oh,
Oops.
Fuck.
too distracted, eh?
Huh?
Got a little too distracted, eh?
No, it was 10 rows of exact same stitches, except I missed the color change on his butt.
Ah.
So
I hate when that happens.
me too.
We're going to buy a little more Yoda coin real quick and catch up on the comments. So Ashley says, "We are a community and we celebrate one unique human. We learn, we laugh, we grow together, and get rich together." There you go, Ashley. That's it exactly. And, if nothing else, even if we don't get monetarily rich, hopefully we get rich in the soul. We get rich in the friendship and the enjoyment of life. Because, in the end, that's all we can do is have fun. And speaking of, yes, we are not getting rich. In fact, our Yoda coin is bleeding to death slowly. But the great thing is we know the developer and he's not going to rug us. So, yeah, it's okay. I'm just going to keep throwing a little bit in while I can. What you guys do with it's totally up to you. So obviously we're not monetarily rich, so let's be happy rich. So I'm curious, guys, in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, all other small farm animals, let me know. What is your game of choice? Is it something in the digital world? Is it something in the physical world? How do you spend your time to have fun? What do you do?
Not lose my yarn?
I guess that's one way to do it. The game is, where is the yarn? Which one does this go to?
It's kind of fun to crochet when you have cats.
That sounds disturbing in so many ways.
I can imagine.
Because I'll sit there and I will ball yarn. I will put yarn in a ball on purpose. Sometimes when Dizzy is in a feisty mood, and I will be crocheting. And next thing I'll give it a tug and it'll roll across the floor. And the cat goes after it. Now, when he starts shredding it, we have, an issue. But where did the baby guinea pig hide?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Reading a comment and
That's kind of a scary game. My game right now is, where did the baby guinea pig hide? Wow. That can be taken so many different ways, Ashley.
Well, if the baby guinea pig was still with other guinea pigs, then I know where the guinea pig is, but I'm not going to tell you.
I can only imagine where that's going to go.
Just saying. Just saying. There's a certain thing that guinea pigs do to other guinea pigs of the smallest variety if they're not separated immediately.
Wow, this just got weird. Okay, so... wow, it's so weird that even Crow left the room. That's pretty impressive.
No,
Nice going, Cyril. You scared Crow.
My dog's barking.
Wow, he's not there and I still hear voices. Oh my god, it's possessed. That's pretty cool. And Rose says, Minecraft. Take over villages and remodel them. Explore the world until I find the perfect spot to set up a base, then hunt resources.
Yep.
Hey, that works. And I've gotten into Minecraft a little bit, but after a while, I just kind of lose interest. But I know, like, Gage, my middle son, he has built like this huge underground cavern of like this skeleton hanging over, looking down with the hands and the chains. And spent days doing this. It's absolutely phenomenal looking. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I'm not sure I would have enough dedication to go into that level of creation. It's like, I can do it with wood, cars, a lot of the things, but yeah, haven't done that.
Well, you should tell them to make like CapCut like video clips with a little bit of like transitions between like different scenes with like slow pans and then like quick pan transitions or whatnot. Videos of him looking at the different stuff he's built, throw it up on TikTok. People love that stuff.
Absolutely. He'd probably enjoy that. Get some people that get to see it besides just him. Because, yeah, he makes all kinds of stuff. He loves Legos, too. We got crazy Legos everywhere. And Russ says, not exactly a game, but I do IMVU for medieval fantasy roleplay. Okay, what is IMVU?
It's like kind of like if chat rooms had graphics. And you could like dress up your characters by spending credits, or you could model, like do the 3D, make the 3D models of the different outfits and the textures and stuff like that and sell them to other users for credits. It's kind of like a really, really stripped down version of Second Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, gotcha. And Ash says, hand feeding, and they are climbing the pillows. Oh, they will start to breed at 5 weeks and with vivaciousness. Ooh. Be very vivacious.
Yeah, it is kind of like Sims, but with a chat.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, for a minute it sounded really weird. What's that one friending app? It's like, oh, you want me to dress up and pose for you? Okay, this is getting weird.
What?
God, what is the name of that? Most of it's adult content. I forget what it's called, but I don't know. Anyway, for a minute, I thought that's where we're going. Like, okay, that just got really weird and personal, but that's okay. It didn't go that way.
No.
Well,
Hey,
now I know what kind of website Serenity's been trolling around on. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Is that
Well,
why
apparently
a lot
not.
of them-
Because I can't even remember it, so apparently I don't. So I just know I've heard of it. So I've always wanted to do that in real life role play. Never got the chance. Now, Wild Angel, you've done some real life role playing.
Sorry, writing down a quick count. So
I was trying to hold
didn't lose my
still and
place.
just like
I'm like,
freeze.
hold on. Gotta write my stitch count down. Actually, it wasn't role play. It was recreation. Which, no, you don't understand the difference. But, Ashley, I participated in Society for Creative Anachronisms. And so it gets into just recreating the Renaissance. And so it was that part of it. It wasn't fantasy. It was the way it technically should have been if they'd had some of our more modern conveniences. Sunglasses were allowed. Porta potties, things like that. So some of the more modern conveniences that we've all become very accustomed to. But yeah, they probably have, actually, I know for a fact they have it down in the Denver area, Ashley. Just Google www.sca.org. And yeah, you can totally find it. And I would love to do Civil War. That would be cool.
Rose did Civil War reenactments as Weeping Widow and did work for Wax Dipped Flower Stall at a Renaissance Fair as well. Okay, somebody help me out here. As a Weeping Widow, what do you do? Stand on the side of the battleground like, oh my god, he's dead! What is that? I'm confused here. Help me out.
Well,
I don't know what that is. But Ashley, some of the kingdoms have kids programs.
Ooh.
It's fabulous. I actually was one of the kingdom officers for our youth program here and was part of getting that started. And so it was really phenomenal teaching these kids the history and bringing it to life. It was great.
Okay, so somebody help me out on the Weeping Widow thing here. Rose, fill me in. I'm really confused.
He's probably typing it out.
Okay.
And then having to split it into a couple of different comments because it's probably too long for the character count.
She's got an invite to get up here and have some fun with us. Mm-hmm. You could come up. See, my husband was a burdened sharpshooter who would die in the battlefield. I wore the mourning garb for the time period and went into the history of it. Okay. Interesting. It's so good for my girls' history acting theater. They will love this. Thank you for the ideas. There you go, Ashley. Hey, we're full of ideas. We're full of a lot of things. Chocolate, happy juice, soda, whatever.
Tea.
Tea.
Mountain Dew.
Perfect. So I'm really curious. Have you guys noticed that games that people play do a direct correlation with their personality?
Mm-hmm.
Have you found that connection?
I can see it. See it.
Now, is it correlating to a similarity or the exact opposite? Meaning the quiet, shy people are usually the bloodthirsty killers, or that they play the quiet, shy shims? What kind of correlation have you guys seen?
I know that even in Baldur's Gate, on my Dirge playthrough, I wound up playing the good Dirge ending. And the Dirge is supposed to be the Dark Urge, like evil character who just wants death and destruction because he like worships Baal or something. I don't remember. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that which lies in someone's heart tends to come out more when they're gaming. You know, what do you fantasize, right? You know, what is it that you're trying to express that you might otherwise not be able to? So I think that people tend to be more themselves when they're gaming. Maybe that's why I can't bring myself to do an evil run through. I just can't let the tieflings die, man. Like.
Is that a roadblock is teeth?
I think people portray in a game what they really want to be. Maybe their personality is not spunky and fun, and maybe they're a more subdued person. But you get them in a game like D&D. Okay, my favorite character in D&D is a halfling rogue with bright pink hair and a like flaming garb. I mean, she just has the most ostentatiously colored garb. That's insane. Okay, rogues are sneaky.
Right. Isn't that like contradictory there?
Right. But the cool thing is when you roll a nat 20 on a stealth check with bright pink hair and ostentatious garb. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
I snuck in and out of a, what's the word? Like a den.
Dungeon.
A bad guy's den.
Oh, a lair.
A lair, thank you.
Okay.
I snuck in and out. Blew up 3 or 4 things in the meantime and never got seen.
Well done.
My dice loved me that night. But for me, that's fun. I love playing that character. And I would just totally get into it. But I mean, mostly I'm not that kind of a person. I tend to be fairly quiet. Sometimes around other people I do.
Okay.
But I would never dye my hair bright pink.
I tried once. See what happens? This is what happens when you go bright pink.
I did.
It's not good.
like Midnight Purple once, but that super ostentatious is not me.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So
What about you, Crow? What have you noticed about people in the games they play?
I've noticed that like people who are, I've noticed more introverts playing stuff that are like point and click games, like Sims and stuff like that.
Okay.
While I've noticed extroverts tend to play more intense games like Call of Duty, Dragon's Dogma. That's not like a rule. I'm just saying that I've noticed more.
Okay. So you think they the ones who are more outspoken, more outlandish, tend to play the more action outlandish games. They seem to follow their personality.
Usually.
Okay, interesting.
Not
So
always, but usually.
okay, so it sounds like there's a difference of opinion, different experiences. So that's really interesting.
Yeah. Like also like when I play D&D, I've role played evil characters, good characters, everything under the sun.
Interesting. Okay, and Rose says, I love do fashion colors, but I do not have the balls for the bravery for it. Why is that, Rose? I'm kind of curious. So, are you worried about judgmental? Are you worried that people might say something or might make fun of you? Or is it a self-confidence issue? I'm really kind of curious. Why wouldn't you, if that's what you enjoy, why don't you do it? Who cares what people think?
Yeah, and she always asks me like, do you think I should get this haircut? And I'm like, honey, it's your hair. Get whatever haircut you want. And I said, the question you're actually asking me is, are you still gonna, think I look, cute with this haircut? And the answer is always going to be yes, because it's you. So get whatever haircut you want. But yes, I would still find you pretty in that haircut. But yeah, I can see what you're saying there. Loud colors equals more attention.
More attention. That's a good point, and that's a tough one. Whether it be in a game or whether it be in life, which is a game, standing out. That's tough to do. It's a lot of people don't do it well, and a lot of people are terrified of standing out. They're like, no, I don't want to be noticed. I'm okay at being the best that I can be, but I don't want people to acknowledge that or see that, and it's makes it a very interesting concept. But I know, like in the game world, when we actually win something, whether it's a victory royale or whatever, and man, we're like a bunch of little kids yelling and screaming like, "Yeah, we won!" Especially with those cheaters out there. But that's the same in life. Be loud and proud, be obnoxious. I mean, it's not like in the next life they're going to remember. So it's okay. Have fun. Make your mark on the world.
There's been a couple of times with when we win Call of Duty, like you're talking about, when we all scream and stuff.
Right.
I've seen it in my head. All I hear is your voices. We all scream and stuff. Then you go, people are sleeping. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's after the fact. Like, oops, my bad.
Usually
Sorry.
me.
Exactly. Yeah. And Ashley says, full of caffeine and Mary Jane tonight, celebrating cleaning, getting ready for a weekend of watching all the previous Skinwalker Ranch episodes with my youngest, Reagan. New season Tuesday. Nice. Well, congratulations. Sounds like you are having a hell of a Friday night in the right place. Having fun. Now, Skinwalker Ranch. I know I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Anybody here watch that?
It sounds creepy, like Grateful, like Walking Dead or something.
Might be.
I will never consume any kind of media content regarding skinwalkers, and we will leave it at that.
Fair enough. Okay. To each his own. And that's the great thing about this.
Have you seen the Smiling Husky run?
Yes. My kids are obsessed with Skinwalker Ranch, Rocket in the Desert, and Aliens. See, I'm going to have to go figure out what Skinwalker Ranch is. I'll look it up out of curiosity because, you know what, there's pretty much nothing that I won't at least look at. There's some movies that have been recommended to me like, oh my God, I sat for 10 minutes. That's pretty good for me. What was that? Not something about Mary. What's the other one? The Wrong Missy. Man, that was brutally painful trying to watch that. But Dan, our supervisor, recommended, it's like, this is my favorite movie of all time. Watched about 5 minutes, like, okay, I'm done. Walked away, like, nope, I promised 10 minutes. So I came back and watched 5 more minutes. Like, yep, okay, I'm officially done. Gave it back to him. Thanks. Not my type of comedy. It's okay.
Dan is very weird about his movies. This guy has trouble watching anything with more story based. He loves watching like action movies, like 300. Any action movie that has a lot of action, anything with a good that's more story based, he falls asleep every time.
Right. It's crazy.
That's a shame because he will never actually experience the cinematic masterpiece that is Interstellar.
There you go. Absolutely. And, it's interesting. And people's perception, what they do with their free time, whether it's gaming, it's movies, it's music, whatever it is, I think says a lot about the person and their mindset. So can they succeed? Or is it something that they want a good story in life? Well, if so, then they probably are more drawn to storied entertainment. If they just want a quick buzz for the moment, probably silly slapstick comedy. And it's interesting how all those correlate, whether it's gaming, movies, music, whatever. But what kind of correlation have you guys noticed? Does that seem to go hand in hand, or do you see big swings opposite?
I don't think there's really any one way or the other on that one because people are going to enjoy whatever type of games that they enjoy to blow off steam at the end of the day, right? For whatever reasons matter to them. I don't think there's much in the way of correlation to that.
And I think
No master plan.
It's also going to depend on what mood they're in at the time. Maybe they just want to chill and do some brainless, sorry, Jim Carrey movies. Not my favorite because I think he's brainless in most things. There's a couple of his movies I'm okay with, but like other movies would be like Dumb and Dumber. Oh my God, I lose 300 brain cells just sitting there for 5 minutes. Not my kind of movies. But if I was in the mood for totally brainless, lose a few brain cells, maybe I'd watch it.
Well, did you ever watch the Jim Carrey movie that I recommended?
You're going to have to remind me what it is.
The Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
I don't think that one made the list.
Almost nobody's heard of it, but it is hands down the best movie that Jim Carrey has ever played in my opinion.
Did you write that down, Serenity?
Looking it up right now.
Okay.
I know, it's a long
there.
movie
Now we
title.
made the list.
Just to prove that I'm looking up, there you go. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Fantastic acting.
Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't even look like him.
It's a bit of a slow burn, but it's worth it.
We'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, we will definitely add that to the list. And yes, I have it written down and on my screen, so I know it's both places. And let's see. Ashley says, mood, type of day, ADHD, fixation, background TV, and ADHD show, hyperfixed. So many dopamine-seeking moments followed by becoming a hermit. It makes it very challenging. And, it's... who's the guy who plays Deadpool? What's his name? Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
So I watched a movie the other day.
Remember our Lord and Savior, Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I watched a movie the other day where he dies like in the first 10 minutes. I'm like, awesome! He's the first one to go! I'm like, whoa, that was wild. I was not expecting that. It's a pleasant surprise. Some of his characters I like, but oftentimes I just find him irritating.
I can't remember who was it, but they in Deadpool 2 they hired, I want to say it was Tom Cruise. And yeah, but the character he plays in the movie is an invisible character.
Oh, the
And
best
you
place
see
for
him,
Tom Cruise.
and you see him for 2 frames in the movie because he gets electrocuted. And when he gets electrocuted, you see his body come into frame. But you have to slow down the movie to see that it's like I think it's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise for like 2 frames.
Ah,
That's great.
And he
Yeah.
probably made like $10 million for 2 frames of the movie.
But it's funny. We're gonna have Tom Cruise play a character. What character is he gonna play? We got him to play? Hell yeah! What's his character? An invisible man.
that's just twisted. And
Well, so even if they got to pay him 10 million for those 2 frames, they probably saved that much on all the special effects to make him not seem so short compared to all of the other actors.
right. That's it exactly. So, and see, I think Tom Cruise Invisible is a plus. Me too, Ash. Yeah, it's interesting. You start looking at the different entertainment worlds, whether it's gaming, movies, things like that, and all the money that is spent trying to make it the right entertainment, the right feel, when really, just like we've been talking about all night, is it really depends on the person. And so, is there an answer to the best game or the best movie, the best music, the best anything?
Oh,
Personality and mood at the time.
see, my favorite song changes week to week. Like, and that's
Wow.
going to be the song that's on repeat for the week, right? Until I've listened to it 300 and some odd times. And then, I have a new favorite song that I discover by accident because I leave it on shuffled or something. And then I listen to that for a week.
Yours lasts a whole week? Man, mine's like 3 hours at most. That's just because it's stuck in my head. Yeah, it's always rather comical because anytime we game together with Crow and I, we'll say something and then a phrase will come out. And all of a sudden a song starts popping and one of the two of us will start singing it. And then it's stuck in the other person's head for like the rest of the night. And that's the running joke all night long. Next night, we come up with a new song. It's insane.
I can confirm because I've sat in on their streaming sometimes in the Down Home Crypto Discord, which when they're gaming or whatnot, you're welcome to come hang out with them and stuff like that. But they do that, and there's been a couple of times that I've gotten the song stuck in their head.
What's funny
Yeah.
is like, I'll sing the song, get stuck in Serenity's head, and then it'll leave my head. I'm good. I could be good for the rest of the night. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch.
He
Am
gives
I-
it back.
My apologies. It wasn't Tom Cruise. It was Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay, Brad Pitt.
Even
Okay.
better, invisible.
Invisible, yeah.
And and it's like Sarah says, Down Home Crypto is not just about crypto investing, learning, educating. It's about having fun. And that's why we do Freaky Friday. That's why gaming is within the Discord. And you guys are welcome to join us any point in time. We always try to stream it, but you're welcome to hop in and game with us. If you got some gaming suggestions, great, let us know. Probably we have somebody in the community that plays it. I know Cyril and Braden, you guys are playing Helldivers a ton. We've got, I forgot what she goes by. We got Ray, plays Dead by Daylight all the time. Crow and I are playing Call of Duty almost every night for at least a couple hours after work, just to unwind. But we are always open to new games, new experiences, new entertainment. So if you're looking for some place to have fun, make sure to join the Down Home Crypto Discord. And there's a link in the description down below.
So, does anyone here know the video game Duck Game?
The one where you're the 2 geese.
You get to shoot the ducks.
No, it's Ooh.
I know Duck Depression. Is that it?
No. It's a game where it's like you have 4 players and you're these ducks and you're trying to basically. It's a silly game where you're trying to kill each other and you're all ducks. And really wacky game, but I got it for me, Serenity, Revenant, a couple other people, and we all sat there one night and we played it. Haven't picked it up since, but we sat there and played it that one night, and it was so we're always open to new experiences.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, never think that you don't have somebody to talk to or to play with, have fun with, to learn from, whatever. We're up for anything. So that's what Friday night's all about. Just to let us know that, hey, we're people, we're humans. You see Cyril and I, and we're breaking down strategic investing and everything every Thursday on Rags to Riches. But at the same time, we're all about gaming. We're about having fun, just being better people. So if you want to connect, make sure to jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. And also, I want to give a huge shout out to our main sponsor this evening, none other than Project Duck Depression. As you know, ducks are everywhere, and they make everybody smile. So if you haven't checked out Project Duck Depression, definitely go like them. Follow their Facebook, and I'll put that in the chat right now. but they are making some huge impacts all across the world of making people smile and let you know that you're not alone. So get yourself some ducks, spread them out, and spread the love.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to be duck bombing my office next week.
So, where did everybody duck bomb this week? I want to hear. That was good.
Well, I have left them around town. I leave them at every single restaurant that we go to. I left them all over the place up in New York when I went up there for the eclipse. I know Rose left duckies on the kids' bikes at the elementary school in the bike rack outside. She put the little ducks on each of the seats and on the little scooter. We put them on Jeeps, of course, because why wouldn't you?
Gotta have them.
Just all over the place.
I know my girlfriend duck bombed Walmart, our local Walmart.
Oh, did she?
Awesome.
Well, you gotta have her when she does that. Take a picture of one of them somewhere, and then post hashtag, post it and do hashtag Project Duck Depression, and then it notifies us and stuff.
Oh, on the equipment.
There you go.
We duck bombed the Chinese food restaurant last Friday night.
Nice.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, we did. All over the place. The bathroom at the Chinese. It was one of those where you have all the food out on the buffet. Yeah, I went by and dropped ducks in between the trays. So I'm sure somebody's going to end up eating a duck.
I left one in the fortune cookie bowl.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't put them on the buffet for sanitary reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, up on top of the hood, the covering for it.
Right.
That's
I tried that. Yeah, it had a really deep incline with vases in it, so it fell in 5 inches, so nobody'd see them. So yeah, I left them right by the plates and stuff. It's like, okay, we'll put them here, and over here by the bowls. Yeah, we'll do that.
I set them up on the little molding edge.
That's a good spot.
And on the candy dispenser, the candy vending machine.
That's a good spot.
Exactly. Rose says, Jeeps in the parking lot of the grocery store, kids' bike seats at schools, clients' homes. Well done. Keep the ducks flowing. Our condo had multiple pipes breaks, so we left ducks on the equipment during the breaks. What happened? The ducks did it, man, I swear. Chewing through the pipes. Look at that shit. Hey, Croc, how you doing, buddy?
Croc.
Wow, better late than never, brother. But yeah, we're just about to shut down here. But good to see you, my man. You'll have to go back and rewatch and see what kind of crazy, stupid things we did tonight. We actually made a meme coin. It's not doing well. It's bleeding its ass off. But you know what? Either way, we had some fun with it. So there we go. Yoda into Hood. So we launched on Pump.Fun. It went up, it came down, it went across, it went down. Yeah, it's still going across. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to leave it running out there. So, yeah. If you want to see some crazy stupidity, this is what we've been doing tonight.
Bitcoin block party? What's a Bitcoin block party?
Yeah, what is it?
It's the party for the happening.
Oh, okay.
There's people around throwing parties for that, essentially, here and there, across the different countries.
Interesting. Silly me. We should have had a Bitcoin block party tonight instead. My bad.
Probably that would have been good planning.
Nah. Why would we do that? Planning has never been my strong suit.
It's the antithesis of the whole spirit of Freaky Friday, anyways.
Right. Yeah. Planning is totally opposite. We are all about going just off the seat of the cuff. What do we do? I don't know. Let's go have fun. Because, that's what it's all about, is getting together with friends, family, just having a blast. What do you talk about? I don't know. What do you guys talk about when you get together at Christmas or holidays or for dinner? Pretty much whatever the hell you want to. That's what Freaky Friday is all about. Just have fun.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, I love that. What Cyril said. I love it. So,
I know I seen Croc in here for a long time, and then all of a sudden, the last couple weeks, he's been popping up everywhere. It's nice to have you back, Croc.
It is. We have missed you, brother. One of these days you're gonna have to pop up here and have some fun with us. Put your 2 cents into the stupidity hat. We're good at that.
Guys, I lost the stupidity hat.
Damn, that's pretty bad. You lost the whole damn hat. Yep, that's the way it goes here. That's really stupid.
I think Mouse ate it.
Probably. Your dog looks like he's starving, man. He's like nothing but skin and bones. But speaking of starving, I know I am. And that means it's just about time to wrap it up tonight, guys. So I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. Brittany, Ashley, Rose. Who else we had? We had Croc, of course. Good to see you, brother. Oliver, great to see you, my man. Everybody who stopped in.
AC Trades popped in.
Yes, Austin Cork popped in here. I don't know where he went. I was really kind of hoping he'd join us for the fun. We had Funny Turo stop in, and that Cyril Kier guy. I don't know what he's doing in the chat, but he's kind of everywhere. But everybody who joined us tonight, everybody who watches this on the rerun, because I know a lot of you guys are enjoying this stuff even the next day, and just to find out what kind of crazy, stupid things we did. Biggest thing I want to say, thank you so much for spending your time with us, whether it's live on stream or after the fact. Just listening to us ramble really means a lot, and that's why we put this content out. Just to let you know, hey, it doesn't always have to be serious. You can have fun in life. After all, nobody gets out alive, so enjoy it while you can.
Sounds good.
Amen.
Absolutely. So Wild Angel, Cyril, Crow, thank you guys for joining us tonight. And make sure to tune in next Thursday for Rags to Riches, where hopefully we start seeing the markets turn green and everything go through the roof.
Why wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it'd be a nice change, wouldn't it? Okay, guys, everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. Love y'all. And we'll catch you next time.
Have a great week.
Bye, guys.